all present here. Myself, Miss Nikumani Choudhury, and currently I am pursuing my master's from Assam Agriculture University under the Department of Soil Science. Okay, so today I am going to speak about millets in organic agriculture system. Before I start, I would like to thank Agriculture Information Group for giving me this opportunity to share the little knowledge that I have regarding the millets. Thank you very much. And here I begin with a brief introduction. Millets are known to every one of us. This year itself is regarded as the International Year of Millets by United Nations Organization. India has already celebrated 2018 as the National Year of Millets. Various states, including my state Assam and Karnataka also, they have launched their own millet missions respectively. In this year budget also, our finance minister, Nirmala Sitaraman, she has termed millets as Sri Anna. So from this only, we can get the idea of how important are millets in today's time. Millets are nothing but the core cereals that are annual in nature, and they belong to the same family as that of rice, that is the Gramineae family. Millets are referred to as coarse grain because of the rough surface of the grains. Millets are mainly of two types, major and minor millets. Now let us come to organic farming. The repercussions of conventional farming systems are not out of sight to anyone. The green revolution practices are being criticized heavily by today's environmentalists and agronomists. Excessive use of fertilizers, excessive tillage, and the use of genetically modified organisms are jeopardizing the soil and environmental health to such an extent that it is not far when one day we'll struggle to get contamination-free food and water, or in worse situation, food and water maybe. Natural resources are getting depleted or polluted, and the soil erosion loss is increasing beyond the permissible limit of 12 ton per hectare per year. Biodiversity is lost, and the climate change effects are getting more prominent. The world has witnessed the warmest February of the decade in this year only. So agricultural scientists are fearing the crop failure, especially wheat, as wheat is a thermosensitive crop. Due to heat waves in 2022, that is in the last year only, India's wheat production has declined to such an extent that the country had to stop its exports. So, and rice also require a large amount of water. So, in the context of
Miss
climate change,
Nikumani, sorry to
yes.
interrupt you. When you wanted me to change the slide, just tell next slide. I will do it.
Okay, sure, ma'am, sure. Okay. In the context of climate change and sustainability, rice and wheat doesn't seem to be a feasible farming systems. With our increasing global population, the need for food security as well as nutritional security is also increasing parallelly. India has surpassed China already to become the highest populated country in the world. So it is a bit skeptical for the researchers whether rice and wheat will be able to feed that very large amount of population. And this is where millets come to the rescue. According to Gowda sir, who was our previous cabinet minister of rural development, law and parliamentary affairs, he says that organic farming and millet cultivation were common practices from the millennial ages, but we have forgotten about them in the past few decades. So it is the time to reintroduce them to the society. Next slide, please. Please, okay. Now let us see the suitability of millet for a sustainable organic agriculture system. So millets can grow very well under dry conditions and relatively poor soil, and they require very low inputs. Millets can thrive in relatively poor soil and require minimal inputs in terms of minerals and soil tillage. As compared to the high water demanding crops such as sugarcane and banana, millets only require only 25% of their water regime. So from this point of view, millets are very beneficial. Unlike paddy, millet not only leaves the burden of irrigation from states, but also helps in the saving of power in terms of electricity, and which can be used in some alternate production systems. Then millets are adapted to a wide range of ecological conditions, often growing on skeletal soils that are less than 50 centimeter deep. In reality, the fact that millets can thrive in Sahelian soils in West Africa, which is a particular kind of soil that is very sandy in texture and very acidic in nature, but these soils produce about 74% of total millets in Africa and about 28% to the world's millet basket. These provide enough evidence about the ability of millets to grow in a nutrient deficient soil. There's always been a conflict among agronomists that whether organically grown foods are nutritionally rich or not. So in this case, millets can be the solution or millets can be the answer, as millets are called as nutri-cereals or nutri-grains. These are gluten-free, they possess low glycemic index, and are alkali producing food. In terms of any nutrients, millets are far ahead of rice and wheat. Finger millet contains much calcium than rice and wheat, and in other micronutrients also, millets are very rich, unlike the other cereals. Then chemical fertilizers are not necessary for millets. This attribute only makes millets the perfect crop to be included in the organic farming systems. In reality, millets thrive in the absence of chemical fertilizer when grown on dry lands. Because of this, the majority of millet farmers produces them in completely eco-friendly settings, utilizing farm-made manure only. Farmers have nowadays begun utilizing some biofertilizers like vermicompost made in their own backyards and growth accelerators like Panchagarbha, Amritpani, etc. So these methods make millet production environmentally benign while also keeping it under the farmer's control. Then no pests are literally drawn to millet when it is growing under traditional techniques. They are considered as pest-free crops. Majority of them are also unaffected by the storage insects. As a result, they hardly need any pesticides. Therefore, they greatly benefit the agricultural environment also. Most millets, like foxtail, are pest-free and they don't require a lot of insecticides. One of the main constraints that limit productivity in organic farming is the disease and pest infestation, as chemical pesticides are strictly prohibited and no organic pesticide can match the efficiency level of inorganic one. But with millets, this problem is seemed to be negated by the crop itself. Even in storage situations, most millets, especially the foxtail millet, function as an anti-pest agent to keep sensitive pulses like green gram without the need for fumigants. According to Dayakar Rao, the head scientist of Indian Institute of Millet Research, Hyderabad, he says that millets are typically resistant to pests, which makes them more suitable to be fitted in the organic farming system. Then millets produces multiple securities in terms of food security, nutritional security, and financial security, whereas major cereal crops like rice and wheat only produces food security in India. Majority of the millets have edible stalks, which can be used as fodder for the cattle, and that is why they can be used as a dual-purpose crop for food and forage also, and they yield a considerable economic value in mixed farming systems. And millets are not just a crop but a cropping system. These are the naturally millet crops are naturally biodiverse, or the millet fields are rich in biodiversity. Millets possess the ability to sequester carbon also because of the presence of phytoliths in their structure. Phytoliths are a non-crystalline compound that can sequester carbon dioxide from the atmosphere through the process of photosynthesis. Next slide, please. Now let us take an insight into the helpfulness of millets in maintaining soil health in an organic production system. Millets as organic matter are slow to break down in soil just as in our digestive systems. In our digestive systems, millets require a lot of time to digest and thus helps in the release of glucose in a slow manner. which prevents humans from the type 2 diabetes. Their slow composting nature in soil helps in maintaining the soil structure and retaining water, thus preserving the soil health for extended duration. This was proved by an eminent professor, Leonard Abbott, from University of Western Australia's Institute of Agriculture. Millets, like most of the grasses, have a fibrous root system that helps in maintaining the soil integrity due to their extensively branched nature. Millets with their fibrous root system, they help to anchor the soil aggregates very firmly and thus possesses stability to the soil. Millets are, however, the ideal crop for cultivating during fallow periods also. This is because millets have a high tendency to form a symbiotic relationship with the mycorrhizal fungi, and this fungi colonizes the root system of the plant and provide increased water and nutrient uptake. Mainly nitrogen and phosphorus is essential for plant growth, and plants sometimes may not be able to absorb them from the soil. So this mycorrhizal association help the plant in the absorption of mainly these two nutrients, and thus help them to survive in a nutrient deficient condition. Next slide. These are some of the examples of successful projects that is being carried out in different parts of India regarding organic millet production. In all the experiments, the researchers have found a BC ratio or benefit cost ratio of more than one in the organic millet production, and this provides evidence that millets in organically grown processes are also yieldable, or it also generates productivity. Next slide. These are some another examples of organically grown millet. Here, some researchers have used biological inputs like biofertilizers or biopesticides to grow the millets organically. And millets are grown successfully in the intercropping system also with legumes or some other cereals. Legumes like red gram or arahar and green gram is used with the finger millet, and maize and bindi, that is okra, is also used with millets in the intercropping system. Next slide, please. Okay, so finally, so we can conclude that millets have the answer to all these kinds of crises, including that of water, nutrition, and climate change, and they further carry this promise of mitigating the miseries of malnutrition prevalent so widely over the country. More importantly, its better suitability to different cropping systems and mid-season correction during the vagaries of monsoon. The contingent plants made millets even more popular. Millets are very suitable for intercropping system because of their fast maturation habit, and it's all season growth. With climate change creating a havoc on the agricultural land through increased temperature and water shortage, and the chemical used in conventional farming practices are only aggravating or compounding the problem. So sustainable organic farming and millet cultivation is the alternate hope, or is the last hope to produce food without destroying the environment. So that's it. So with this, I would like to conclude. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Nikumani, for a wonderful presentation. I will take up the questions from the participants now. Just give me 2 minutes, okay?
Okay.
You can on your camera. Just a minute, sir. I will take up the questions.
Okay, sure.
The first one is, please tell us about yourself. What is your education and career background? What made you take an interest in this field?
In this field, in agricultural field. Okay. So I told in the introduction part, but that's okay. Myself, Miss Nikumani Choudhury, and currently I am pursuing masters. I am in the final semester from Assam Agricultural University in the Department of Soil Science. I completed my graduation in agricultural sciences only from the same university. And regarding the interest, I would say that agriculture is the primary sector of our country. Like it contributes a major portion towards our GDP and GVA. So I think this is the best career for me. That's why I choose this one.
Okay. What is the water requirement for growing millets?
Okay, so I won't be able to say the exact figure, but it is very less actually. It is near about it is less than 500 mm, but the exact value is I can't recall at this moment.
Okay. Can you just let us know about the export potential for millets and value addition in millets?
What potential, ma'am? I didn't hear you.
Export potential.
Yes, definitely. Actually, millets value addition and export potential. Okay, so a lot of products can be made from millets, right? Some ready to cook food and ready to eat food like popcorn, biscuits, bread, and some snacks can be made from millets. So this can be exported to other countries like US and other Western countries. And if we can add value to the millet, then it will be helpful for remunerative purpose also, because Indian culture is Indian culture is like that we eat only rice and wheat. But if you can add value to millets, then this culture can be modified in terms of millet. So yeah.
Okay. How long does it take to convert from conventional farming to organic farming?
Okay. So actually, it depends on the amount of fertilizer use or the amount of tillage that has been done in the conventional farms, and mainly for plantation crops like tea, coffee, or rubber types of crops, it takes a minimum of 5 years conversion period. And for some vegetable crops, it takes 3 years of conversion period to convert the conventional farm to an organic farm.
Okay. And move on to the next question.
Okay.
What are the challenges associated with weed management in millet convention organically?
Organically, okay. So in organic farming, actually, we can't go for any chemical pesticides. So we have to do it by manual weeding or hand weeding or through the bioherbicides. And the efficiency of bioherbicides is very less, and it takes a lot of amount to be applied in the field. And for small and marginal farmers, it is somewhat difficult to get that bioherbicide from the agriculture universities or from the shops. So they mostly use this inorganic ones. So these are the challenges. And if they go for manual labor also, it is somewhat costly. So these are the challenges that needs to be mitigated, or that needs to be worked upon in the future.
Okay.
Mm.
What can be done to make sure millet crops are nutrient rich and high yielding? How does soil quality affect millet nutritionally quality and yield?
Okay, I think this is an conceptual question. I don't think I'll be able to answer this properly because I'm just a student.
Hmm.
Uh, Yeah, so like, but still, I would say that in any kind of soil, millets can thrive, but it depends. Like finger millet cannot stand in the waterlogged soil, so it requires a well-drained soil. But some other millets, like kodo millet, little millet, etc., they can perform better in waterlogged soil also. So it will depend upon the type of millets. And I think this question will be answered well by some scientists or some
Okay,
researchers. So yeah.
okay. Uh, what are the importance of millet and which millet is famous in India and which millet has highest fiber?
Highest fiber.
Mm.
Okay. Highest fiber. I'm sorry to say, but I don't know about the fiber.
And
But
which millet is famous in India?
yes,
Which millet is famous in India?
yeah, mainly sorghum, pearl millet, bajra, or
Uh,
finger millet or ragi. These three are mainly famous in India.
okay. And
Mhm.
which state has the highest consumption of millets?
I think mainly the southern states, Karnataka. I guess
Okay. According to you, is millet farming profitable?
that is this question will create conflict among the agronomists actually. Millet
Okay.
farming is profitable, but it will take some time to get that profit because it is though it is an ancient practice, but in the recent times we have shifted our agriculture to rice and wheat. So it will take some time to get profit from the millet because people have to use to the millet products. Then only they will buy the products. So that is the thing.
Okay. What are the main challenges in organic millet production?
Okay, so main challenges will be organic farming, like we cannot apply any chemical fertilizer, so we have to go for only like biofertilizers, like I have already mentioned, like panchagarbha, jivamrit, etc. So only few people know about the process of making them, so this is a challenge. And the weed problem, wheat problem is also a major challenge because which can proliferate in any condition. So that is a problem. And one more problem is that the crop nutrition. But with the cultivation of millet, this nutrition problem can be addressed to some extent actually, because millets are rich in nutrients as compared to rice and wheat. So these are the challenges in organic farming.
Okay. In summary, what is the main message you like to convey via this talk?
I would like to say that like we only cultivate rice and wheat, but the climate change is occurring, and water resources are also getting depleted, right? So wheat is a thermosensitive crop, so wheat may fail in the near future. And rice require a lot of water. So if we say about the sustainability, rice is not a suitable crop. And nutritional purposes also, millets are ahead of rice and wheat. So why can't we change our farming systems or cropping systems to millet rather than rice and wheat? So this is the summary. Like we can try growing millets, and we can see like how far it can go. In other countries, like in African countries, these millets are gaining more popularity. So in India also we can try this product. And this year 2023 has been already declared as the International Year of Millets. So this is the summary, I guess. We can go for millet production.
Okay, thank you very much. We have now completed the round of questions on behalf of agricultureinformation.com. We like
Okay.
to thank Ms. Nikumani Choudhury for the talk and for answering the questions. I like to also thank all the participants in the meeting. This meeting will now be closed.
Okay. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. I am grateful, really grateful.
You're most welcome. All the very best.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Nice.